lion's share. It's the lion's share. It's the lion's share. It's the lion's share.
Welcome back. Welcome into the Lion's Share ahead of the 2026 NFL Draft. With the 17th pick, the Detroit Lions select. We're going to try to fill in the blank here on this episode, and we'll talk about their subsequent picks because they have 9, count them 9 total in this year's draft across the 7 rounds. In just a few short days, we'll have all of those picks filled out, and of course, the Lions like to move around, so they may find themselves trading some of those picks as well. We'll get you ready for the draft and the draft as a whole, including who we think the Lions will target there, most importantly in the first round, and what needs we have circled on our list. I am flanked to my left, on the screen at least, by 2 experts here on the program. Tommy says this is 4 seasons of draft previews, boys. So he tells me in my ear right now that we are now officially able to call you guys experts. How does it feel?
Not telling us anything we didn't already know.
Move over, Mel Kiper.
Mitch?
Yeah, take your pumpkin pie and whipped cream and buzz off.
Well, first pass it over here and then buzz off.
Yes. For Easter or Thanksgiving?
What's for Saturday night, Tuesday night?
Oh.
What's the matter?
Post golf league.
Doesn't need to be a holiday celebration. Could be any day of the week. Speaking of experts, Mitch, you've been away from us, from this podcast for a little bit. Last time, Andrew and I dueled it out together here, a little duo session. We talked about doing a mock draft and having it ready. So did you listen to that episode, and did you fill out your all 7 rounds like Andrew and I did?
I have the Lions trading all of their draft capital to just do what they want in the first 2 rounds.
God, he's so quick with it, Andrew. Papa B, you got yours filled out? Do your homework? Oh.
Sorry, boys. You're just looking at a live delivery right there from the Lady Lioness. She parts her ways. Oh, blew a kiss on the way out. Wow.
Young love.
I actually have mine inked in pen. No mistakes. I did not do it in pencil. There was no going back. I think it was about 14 pages, skipping lines, of course, for notes.
Yes, very collegial of you, my friend. Mitch, do you believe any of what was just said?
I'm not even sure that there is a Lady Lion.
Oh, I meant about the draft picks, but...
Oh. I believe if it's in pen, it's in one of those super cool from 2010 erasable pens.
Those had their moment there for a minute there, didn't they?
They were huge. That was a status thing.
Papa B, I do have several questions, but one of them being, what is in the cup?
Well, duo, if you hear this, give me my streak back. I'm sorry, I've skipped a few days. It's el agua.
Duolingo?
I know, I had to catch up on that too. I think that's what he means, yes.
Is that what he means?
What did I say? Excuse me?
Duo, just duo, just shorthand.
Yeah, no, if you guys didn't know, it's Duolingo. I thought everybody was doing that. Excuse me.
I thought everybody was on Duo.
Yeah, you got the little owl pestering you?
And just like that, folks, we're back.
The owl is he pestering you, Papa B?
Who?
It's been a few days. He's a skeleton on my widget, so I apologize.
Well, I'm anxious to see when we get through the off season here and get into regular season format, or regular season stride, I should say. I am anticipating, and Tommy can put a little pin in this. I'm anticipating some, when we talk about the highlights, I'm anticipating some Spanish implemented into your notes. En fuego.
Sí, señor. Es pasabi. Okay, well, that's tough. Okay. See, I've skipped a few days in my duo session, and which is why I need to get back. But I might have to stop my Spanish lessons, put those on pause, and learn my German here coming up for this season.
Heading off to, was it Munich? Munich, Germany that we're talking here?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know where they're playing. I just know we're heading to Germany.
Yep. St. Brown, the home of. Sure, there'll be a lot of those jerseys. Well, this is the draft preview, Mitch, on a new computer. We love to see it in 4K. If you want to watch all these faces, shout out to the YouTube. Available on the video format each and every episode. Spotify video, if you have Spotify, there's also an option to watch this. Don't have to just listen. You can watch and listen. And Apple Podcast, Tommy's telling my ear it's coming. I'm not sure about this episode, but it's coming soon. So watch for that if you are a podcaster from the Apple ecosystem. And on Tommy's also got a note in here. This is episode 198. That's right. We are approaching fast 200 episodes quickly. So, Papa B, you've been here for most of those. Quite the milestone, I must say.
I would say you've been here for all 198 of them.
Me and Tommy holding it down. That's right. Well, I've got a sound for you boys. How great is it going to be able to hear this sound here starting on Thursday? It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful, beautiful thing. I don't know about you guys, but it just feels like Pittsburgh's not going to be able to stand up to what we got in Detroit a couple years ago. Papa B, you tried to make it there. I remember those times. Didn't you? Yeah, you succeeded, but didn't they close the gates?
Well, we were there. We did leave to get a beer and then miss it, but we were there. We were there for everything that needed to be there. I don't know what's going on. Is it kind of losing its hype since that day, or what's the festivities like in Pittsburgh? Does anybody know?
I don't know. I think Mufasa's been to Pittsburgh and he's had good things to say about the city.
Pittsburgh is cool. I like Pittsburgh. It's got a nice. It's got a lot of potential to have a very fun draft. There's some good pockets, for sure. I don't like the road system in Pittsburgh. I think if you're driving in and out, you're in, and you've never been, you're in for a little bit of a headache. But overall, I think people are probably in for a pretty good experience. The people out in Pittsburgh, they like to put French fries on everything. French fries and pickles out in Pittsburgh. Go wild, everybody.
Crinkle cut fries or go home. I'm telling you that.
It's called
cut.
Pittsburgh style. Papa B. So you can get a salad Pittsburgh style. Little French fries on top.
I think I'm going to try that here in this state.
There you go. Give it a little Midwest flavor, a little Michigan flair on there.
What do
A little
I have to
bologna?
add like that? What is it?
A little bologna on top, just for your signature.
No, ew, gross.
All right,
Ew.
fine.
Don't
Forget I said it.
Don't gross. How do I ask for that, Mitchell? I just want
No
fries on
idea.
it. Just want fries on it. Just tell me.
No baloney. Ew.
Guess we can't call him the bologna slinger anymore.
You sound like Cub number one.
Well, that's why I sling it. I don't like to consume it.
Oh yeah, there you go. Frisbees, not food.
That- Did you just come up with that? Might be brilliant. That'd be a brilliant slogan, tagline. How about what we got in the mail this week, folks, from one Spencer here. Sounds like he wants to talk to us. Well, he wants us to talk to him about Frank Ragnow asking for his money back. And we had a little discussion about this in the group chat. We can expand on that here, I suppose.
I'm happy to kick us off.
Please do.
This has been a point of contention with dating back to Barry. Obviously, a big deal with Calvin. And the thing I don't like about this with Frank is it came up so long after the fact. This happened so long ago. Tommy can look up how long ago, but this just feels like someone was digging something up. And then you got Anzalone chiming in on what's formerly known as Twitter. You didn't play out your contract. And to be completely honest with you, you've heard us talk about it on the podcast. You didn't play out your contract, and you absolutely left the Lions high and dry. You, after the draft, decided you were going to retire. And I understand the played through injuries and how everything went down. That happens to a lot. I think people are playing through injuries all the time. I love Frank Ragnow. Not to mention the fact, Ben, you said it, like not just the fact that he retired late, but then decided he was going to come back, got everybody excited, and then, I'm sorry, grade 3 hammy. I think it'll be fine. I think it will all come full circle. Barry and Calvin are fine. Barry is so involved. Calvin's super involved. Calvin's announcing the round 2 pick this year, I believe. I think they'll figure out a way to make it right, but it feels like what the Lions have done is, hey, we're not going to give you this because it was in a contract, but if you want to come be a little more involved, we'll find a way to pay you and make it right and mend the relationship. And I'm totally fine with that. He got paid to be a player on the field, and he is no longer a player on the field.
Baba B, any further thoughts?
The man said a lot. He said it all. I mean, I think at the end of the day, if Calvin and Barry didn't get paid, Frank Ragnow is also not going to be the exception to this. To this that the Lions have taken. No offense, Frank. We all like Mitchell said, we all love you, but you're not going to be the exception to this rule. It sucks that this is what it comes down to, and this is what people then talk about, and it's just kind of the news cycle. It really, at the end of the day, is that I don't know the dollar amount. I don't think it was ever disclosed on like what it was. What was it?
I correct me if I'm wrong, Mitch. You might know more about this, but I think it's his signing bonus was like $6 million, and he's having to pay back $3 million, or $2 million, 1.5 to $3 million, or something like that. Is the number, I believe.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think, Andrew, you bring up a great point. The precedent was set with the 2 best players in franchise history. In the best point you made was, it sucks. It sucks that this is what's in the news. People will just find this is just some weenie Packers or Bears or Vikings fan that figured this out and thought, you know what? I'm tired of people making fun of JJ McCarthy. I'm bringing the Lions down.
9.
Yeah, it's it's in the news cycle, and really at the end of the day, is the money, letting them keep the money, is that worth the bad PR? You know what I mean? Or is that like worth having good PR out of it? And that's really kind of a fine line, but is it Rod Wood? Is that his name?
Yes.
I mean,
He's the enemy here. Yeah.
Yeah, and his demeanor about it is really, I think, what rubs people the wrong way is, well, a contract's a contract, and the contract was not fulfilled. It's like very black and white, cut and dry for him. And I think that's where people get rubbed the wrong way, is when you hear that, it's like very much, well, this is the business side of things. And I get it, right? Like, because if on that side of things, you got your accountants trying to write things on a weird way. Okay, we're not collecting that money. Why are we not collecting that money? It is what it is. It's the flow of money. And at the end of the day, Frank's a millionaire. The Lions are billionaires. It's a billionaire organization. So I think we talked about it when it came out. The article might read like, millionaire refuses to pay back billionaire for unpaid work.
Yeah. Yep. That's a great headline.
That's what it is.
Clickbait wanted that. Well, it's too bad there hasn't been any other off-season scandals to take some noise away from this. Not a single one. Not a single one. But I think you're right, Andrew, it's a valid question. Rod Wood is very much the business guy, and I think he's been quoted as saying, and maybe it was in Hard Knocks or somewhere, but basically that he doesn't consider himself a football guy. He considers himself a business guy, and I think it's clear when he makes decisions like this. I think the contrast between him and Brad and Dan, who are very players focused and made the Detroit a destination the way they've done it, I think that's where people have the issue, and I get that. But I also, I can echo what you guys said. It's been this way, and I guess you got to be consistent with it. But it does beg the question, does that come into play about players, free agents, rookies, whoever who want to be a Lion in the future going forward? Does this come into their considerations? I don't think it does, but it could. It could.
Well, it's the same thing like we were talking earlier with the Zay Flowers. He just had his comments about Harbaugh's practices in week 17, how they're going full pads, hard practices late into the season. I don't think Dan Campbell's any different, and it takes a certain person to be there, and I think that's why they pick the people that are there.
And Harbaugh taking that mentality to New York with the Giants, the G-men, I think bodes well for that team. I think that team will embrace that mentality, unlike some of the Ravens players, it sounds like. So I'm high on the Giants this season. I think they'll be competitive in that NFC East. I don't know if they're a playoff team yet, but I think they'll be on the rise with Harbaugh coming into the town there. Andrew, you just mentioned about Dan Campbell, but did you guys catch this? They're not going to do, for the first time, I think, since DC era began, they're not going to do any joint practices in this upcoming training camp.
I love it. Time to mix it up. See if we can keep these boys healthy a little bit longer.
Yeah, what did Dan say about it? Something like he really thought he was going to get more out of it, and over the past couple of years, it's really just they haven't really gotten what they've put into it, gotten back out of it.
Been a lot of fights every year. There's been a fight, guaranteed. So chippiness, but maybe not an iron sharpens iron situation. And maybe like last year, I think they beat up on the Dolphins, and turns out the Dolphins weren't any good. So maybe gives them a false sense of where they are too. So I'm with you guys. I like that it's a switch up. Do more scrimmages and maybe play some of these guys more in the preseason and get a little more action before the regular season. All right, let's transition to the big topic, of course, the NFL draft. The Lions have bounced around over the years as we've done this here Lions Share podcast. We had them last year way down there in the first round. This year find themselves right in the middle with pick number 17 to start things off in the first round. Papa B, last year, and honestly probably the year before that as well, you were pounding the table, offensive line, specifically that tackle position, and now it's kind of like tackle or bust. You feel like it's tackle or bust now at 17? Ooh, Mitchell.
He did not see nothing. I was gathering my thoughts. I think Brad has kind of put himself in the corner that he doesn't want to be in.
See nothing. Correct. I saw what happened.
You see how flustered I was?
We talking about leaves?
Get back on the horse, my friend.
Oh man, no. So I think that Brad put himself in the corner he never wants to be in. He doesn't want to be a predictable guy. But bill is due, and they need linemen. They need linemen bad.
Rent is due. I like that one.
You like rent is due, but he said bill is due. Do you like that one?
Could be confused with anybody named Bill, but yeah.
Okay.
Bill Laimbeer. I don't know if we got any Bills in this NFL draft. We got a Blake Miller. We got a Miller, not a Bill. You guys know the last time? It's in the notes. You guys know the last time the Lions had pick 17?
It is in the notes.
But can you guess the year?
1967.
No. Goster Chairless?
Golly, that had to have been 2000s, early 2000s. No. Mid to late.
96.
08?
Yeah, Papa B.
What?
Wow.
That's crazy. I got that on the nose.
I think you get one of these.
High-level analysis.
I had to
Beautiful, my friend. Also, in that same range, Taylor Decker was taken at pick 16, and Jeff Backus, remember that guy? Pick 18.
Oh,
So
man.
this has been a zone for the Lions franchise to get their tackles. So that could mean if they stay there, of course, they could also move up and make a move maybe with the Rams, which is who I have here in the notes. Infamously have made some moves with the Rams in the past. They've got a history. Rams are a pretty complete team. They don't have any super pressing needs right there at 13. And the Rams hate first rounders. So why not move back a few picks if you feel like you can still get, I know targeting wide receivers is a need for them. And maybe they get Mekhi Lemon, keep him there in LA out of USC, and you probably get him at 17 as well. So just some thoughts. What are your guys'
Ben,
thoughts?
who do you like? Who do you like? Who do you want him to take? What do you want?
You guys
Do you
want to do
him
like
trade up?
you guys want to do a little offensive tackle rankings between what we have personally?
Ooh, rankings, sure.
I think-
top 3.
Or 4? Because I think there's going to be 1 to 2 taken, almost guaranteed 1 to 2 tackles taken before pick 17 for the Lions, and maybe 3 and maybe 4 by the time it gets to the Lions. So
Okay, so you want to do top 4?
I do.
Okay. You want to start?
Yes, I'll start with number 1, and I feel like we're probably consensus here with
Yeah.
Francis Mauigoa out of Miami.
Oh, I thought we were just being realistic. So okay, so I guess in my thing was 3 that we think the Lions have a shot at.
Okay. I think they could get Francis at the latest at 13. They'd have to trade up for Francis.
No way. No.
I think
way.
wilder things have happened. Wilder things have happened. But yeah, I think you're right. I think the
don't
Browns
know.
take him at 6.
But yeah.
Okay, so you want to hit us with the realistic then.
So for me, I think we were talking about this. Excuse me.
Bless you.
It is Proctor, Fano, and Freeling.
In that order?
Well, I'm not sure. My preference, I think, is Proctor, and then it's Fano, Freeling like 1A or 2A, 2B, because you're talking about 2 athletic, high ceiling guys. Feels like Freeling has potentially the higher ceiling. He's a little more unproven, has some technique stuff. Fano is more the athlete, the zone guy. Again, both athletic guys. And like we were talking about, Proctor's not a people mover, he's an earth mover. He's huge. And I think pro day he measured 6'7", 358. That's ridiculous. Seems like for all intents and purposes, Sewell's moving over to the left. So you're looking at potentially right tackle, more than likely right tackle. I like Proctor for that. I think Petzing's going to want to pound the rock, and Proctor's the guy to do that. And to me, it's you move Sewell over. There's still a little bit of a question mark at left guard on what they're going to do. So you lock down that side of the line a little bit more. And then you've got Ratledge on the right with whichever rookie you want. But I like the idea of Proctor for his size. I know there's been some question marks, but Ben, you touched on it a little bit before we started, that Proctor's played all the way up and down the line. It doesn't really bother me because he's so big. I know he took some snaps at center for some teams leading up to the draft, but he's just so big. And with Hank, all things are possible. So I like Proctor. And then the other 2 are, again, I think both would be really, really solid. But my preference would be Proctor to just push and pound the rock.
Papa B, offensive line guy yourself. You keep a close eye on the offensive line. What say you? Oh, man.
Come on.
I was looking at another screen, thought we were in a safe space. We were not. No, it's about the same though, right? I don't think Mauigoa is gonna make it. I don't think that's gonna be a possibility. I think that's La La Land to believe.
Fair.
Proctor seems to be the consensus of who they're gonna land with. If they don't take him, like Mitch is saying, Freeling, um, Fano, however you say it, or like the other weird option. What was his name?
Max.
The anchor. I'm an anchor or something.
I'm not sure if it's. I'm not sure in the second half of that name if it's Anchor because there's no N.
Okay, well I apologize.
I mean I like Anchor for just like a nickname.
I an anchor. I an anchor. Oh, I feel good about that. I don't feel bad about that first pronunciation whatsoever. I an anchor.
Offensive tackle out of Arizona State. But you're right. I mean, Brad and Dan are known to go get their guys, so they're not going to be looking at the big boards that we're looking at, and they'll just go pick who they think is the best option, right? So
Yeah.
their top rankings may be completely different than what anything we could ever come up with.
What is
I
this-
think we talked about that too, right? There's comfort in. There's not a more confident drafter than Brad Holmes. Brad and Dan know who they want, and they're gonna figure out a way to go get them. Whether that means packaging something to go up, maybe to 13. But Ben, we can segue into what you think is gonna happen. But Brad and Dan have the guys that they want. They have their specific big board. It has worked in the past, and we just have to trust in those guys. But it is clear that, as Andrew said, we are a little bit in a corner, and you have to draft offensive line, and they need a tackle. They have to have a tackle.
Gotta
yeah,
have it.
the more I think about it, I feel like they just want, I mean, not just a big body. Obviously, when they want an athletic guy, but I think the big body is more of an issue for them than the athletics of like a Fano.
You ready for this? You ready for this pronunciation on Max?
Ryan Acre? Yeah, it's perfect.
Ehonachor is Ehonachor.
It's Hanukkah's pronounced.
Pretty much. You're gonna have a tough time. I mean, everybody does. With the guard from Penn State as well, Ioane. Try his first name is even
Is that
trickier.
Lone?
Huh?
Was
Come
that
again?
the last name Lone?
Yeah,
Loane?
I believe it's Ioane is how you pronounce that.
Seen him on some draft boards too. I just don't think you go into. I don't think you go interior with the such a big question mark at your non-Sewell tackle position. I think you have to have an anchor for Goff. You have to have an anchor for Goff.
I agree so much, but watch Brad just be like, all right, we're moving Mahogany to left tackle, and we're getting the best.
You know what?
Board.
If we get the draft room cam and Brad and Dan are hyped up, I'm good to go. That's fine with me.
What if they tell you though they go interior and they say Giovanni Manu is our guy, he is ready to go at left tackle. Are you feeling
Or-
a little more sour?
Yeah, I don't
or
wanna
they
play.
say Larry Barome is our guy.
Honestly, I would feel I could see that happening.
Can we get Cologne back?
No, he's gone forever. Please don't bring him back. Please. Please. I'd rather have Juice Scruggs running center than him.
Cologne, you gotta strap one of those yellow stickers onto him, wide load as you go down the highway.
Yeah, he needs a pilot car just for him. Well, I would rank Freeling as my number one. If we're talking realistic, Francis, see you later. You're already taken at this point.
Yeah, he gone.
Freeling, Fano, and Proctor, and I just don't know what it is about Proctor. I mean, his size is astronomical. He would be automatically like probably in the top three of the biggest tackles in the league. I just have to guess off that weight of 360. I mean,
Look that up, Tommy.
it's got to be up there. So like there's some appeal there to just have a people mover like you guys are saying, but I like the more athletic, a little speed. out there with the packages that they run. And I have my concerns about Proctor in his pass pro, and we all know what Goff needs, and that's pass pro, and we saw how badly it was last year. So I think Proctor's still a good option. However, I'd like to see them target some of these other names. And heck, if there's a run on tackles and the Lions want to stay put at 17, not trade up to get somebody that they don't think is going to be there, and all of these names that we're mentioning, outside of the few fringe guys like Blake Miller, the anchor, as Andrew would like to call him, from yeah, folks, Google Blake Miller, by the way, and we're not talking about his measurables, none of his stats. Just look at his picture and tell me if you think that's a Lion.
I don't think Brad, and because I think some of the draft talk on Sewell, like Sewell was definitely viewed as that dude, but there was some chatter about Sewell's size.
There was.
What is his measurables?
Huh?
What were his measurables at the time?
Just fit.
He was. I mean, if you could get a carbon copy of Sewell, that would be the way to do it.
Giovanni Manu, they tried.
Yeah, they did. That didn't work out for. How'd that work out for
They
him?
tried so hard.
I told you guys off air. I mean, there is some concern about some of these tackles being starting guards instead of tackles. So I wonder if that comes into play too for the.
That's living rent free in your head right now. That's
I think
what
it's
I think the
legitimate.
problem is.
I think it's legitimate.
What? That guy's so Proctor's huge. Why would that be legitimate?
He doesn't have the speed or the athleticism to play tackle, or the discipline,
more speedy guard,
or the. I don't know.
Don't you need more? Don't you need more speed to play? I guess I'm not. This is a genuine question. Guards are moving all the time. Pulls, traps. Guards are moving, and you get those pulls around. They got to pull around the line and then go find somebody in the open field. And a lot of times, guards are matching up with linebackers.
Yeah.
This guy films.
Yeah.
Yeah, and going up against the edge on the other side of it. So I don't know. I
don't think there's a wrong answer between the three of them, and it's proven that Dan and Brad love them an athlete.
By this chatter though, we can all consider ourselves shocked if Brad does not take a tackle or an offensive lineman.
I'm shocked.
Surprised? No. But shocked? Also no.
What's the one position that would just send you into an irate fury?
Tight end.
God, I could see it though.
What's up, Eric Ebron?
Yeah, who is that tight end from Oregon? Kenyon Sadiq?
Oregon? Yeah. I feel like this is one where they know they have the apparent need, and they probably settle in. Yeah, I don't want to play the what position game because I don't like that, but genuinely probably tight end. Probably tight end would be the most upsetting because there are needs at tackle, edge, linebacker, secondary.
Yeah, I almost want to say cornerback, even though that is a need. It would just upset me because, Andrew, we've talked about this. It's like throwing darts, man. At a cornerback in the first round, it's really hard to nail that unless you got like Sauce Gardner out there.
And they have starters. They have starters in the secondary right now. Healthy, we'll see. They have starters. They don't have a starting full tackle, not at an NFL level.
Yeah. Right. That it's huge. It's a glaring need, and they don't have a ton of glaring needs, really. You guys see the mock draft that I saw where they moved up? I don't remember which pick it was. If it was first round or second round. Anyway, regardless, they sent away Terrion Arnold to Jacksonville.
To do what? Draft a cornerback?
Can't remember.
Yeah, honestly.
But
Rakestraw's ready to go.
No, I don't have any confidence there.
Never met him.
Yeah. Pop quiz. What number is Ennis Rakestraw?
Uh,
21. I have no
Probably.
idea.
11? I don't know.
He's
I,
not 21.
I feel like
No idea.
he's got like a double number. He is.
I thought you were prepared. I mean,
No, what's going on?
No, I'm
All
not
right.
prepared. Number 9. 9.
Ooh,
No
Stefan.
Okay, so who do you? So we're all tackle first round, Ben. That's what you were starting to say.
Yeah, I mean it's tackle, guard. Hopefully
No.
not cornerback. Hopefully not tight end. Hopefully not.
Easy.
No.
Maybe an edge. That's the only other position I think I could plausibly see.
And that's why that's my only other thought is that I think they would do whatever they would. If they had a guy in the first round, they would do whatever they would to get their tackle and move back into the first round and get that edge rusher.
Yes, tell
Mainly
us
because
more.
they want him on a 5-year rookie contract for sure.
Who'd you say? Who'd you say, Ben?
Huh? I said tell us more about this trade.
Oh, tell us more. Well, that's what I like. I like to loop your head in. I like Derek Moore in the second round.
Bingo. I am.
Yep.
I've never agreed with you more on anything.
Okay, so we're staying put. We're not moving. Not fucking leaving.
Whoa.
Whoa! Whoa! Excuse me.
Got
Well,
me.
I think depending on who's there, right? Like if let's say it gets to the Rams pick at 13 and all three of those guys are still on the board, there's no point moving up. They're not gonna all three of those guys don't get drafted. If they do need to move up a few spots, you could probably package your fourth. I don't think you're not gonna have to give up the farm to move up a few spots. So I like Derek Moore in the second round. I think he fits. He's big, a little bit bigger boy. Had a breakout season at Michigan. He had, I think, 10 sacks, 10 and a half. They need some help, and I think not just for the on-field production. I think the story of it is great. You draft another Wolverine to go opposite of Hutch. Give Hutch a little bit more incentive to take someone under his wing, and show them how to get things done. And they need an edge. They need an edge. We've been talking about it, and after that, I'm pretty happy with whatever they want to do. Linebacker, secondary help, I think are my two next big ones. But edge with Derek Moore in the second round would make me a happy boy.
Yeah, offensive line priority number 1, and edge is up there as well, and some secondary help. But outside of that, best available. Papa B, you like this guy Jennings Dunker, who could be obviously he's a tackle too. Maybe you could play
the
some
name.
guard. And the haircut.
And the look. Yep.
Would you rather have Derek Moore or Jennings Dunker? Obviously two different positions, but probably going to be in the same ballpark, available
give me the
50 to
edge.
75.
Give me the edge. It's too easy. You got to take the edge at
That was a
that
trap, by
point.
the
I
way.
mean, but if you could I would just love to just keep building offensive line depth. Mahogany, who knows how long he's going to be around. He seems like a guy that could be one more season and gone. And then you just never know. You never know what you're going to need. So would love to
You
have
just
some
never
more guys
know.
in the interior that you can move around. Got a lot of injuries in the offensive line room. Would love to have one more.
One more injury?
One more human being.
Human being.
The healing human being. Throw one more name that's possibly available there at 50. Anthony Hill Jr., linebacker out of Texas. Mitch, you talked about it, I think, in I don't know which episode, maybe one of the quick hitter episodes, but the need there at linebacker, somebody who can kind of play that will linebacker position, with Anzalone going away and Rodrigo here on a 1 year. You've got Barnes.
Prove it.
You've got Barnes, and you've got the best linebacker in the league, Jack Campbell, JC himself. I I really like Anthony Hill out of Texas as an option there as well.
I'm with you. I get a little nervous about playing the Bears twice a year and some of these teams that like to use 2 tight end sets. That makes me a little nervy with some of the linebacker core that we have right now. And that's not to say you're not going to float Branch and Kirby up and help out. I just think having guys, and Campbell's pass coverage has gotten so much better, but that was one of Anzalone's strong suits, was just side to side and pass coverage. So that's what you're going to have to try and look to replace. And if you can do it in the draft, great. I'd be totally fine if they just went tackle in the first round and then all defense the rest of the draft.
Pretty close. Throw another offensive lineman in there. I'd be happy with that, truthfully. Top 30, which we used to be able to glean a lot from, I feel like. Top 30 visits for the Lions. Caleb Banks, defensive tackle from Florida. So D-tackle is a position I think they'll target in this draft. I don't know how high up they do, but you know we saw them take Tyleek early on in the first round, so not out of the question. But oh, Papa B, your mic is open. You have something?
Oh, sorry. No.
No?
This guy
The reverse mute
is
monster.
about to do his 200th episode and he can't figure out how to work the mic. It's unbelievable.
I was getting prepared, Dad. Okay, I wasn't ready, Dad, just yet, but I wanted to later.
And truthfully, a lot of these names are going to be later on, guys. Andre Fuller, cornerback from Toledo. Josh Getsky, center. Hey, center. Well, that's kind of a need too, even though you got Cade Mays in there. Trent Hendrick, linebacker from JMU. Lee Hunter, D-tackle, Texas Tech. Parker Robertson,
Shout out to the
safety,
Ravens.
Oklahoma State Cowboys. Jimmy Rolder, linebacker from Michigan. And Tyre West, defensive edge from Tennessee. So, like I said, usually Lions have a longer list. Some of these teams have like 20 guys on the list. Lions here with only about just under 10. A little curious. They're taking a different approach this draft, preparation wise, I suppose. Yeah, there's yes, Mitch.
Ben, this seems like it's in your wheelhouse. Can you tell the folks what time we can expect the Lions to draft at 17?
Well, I'm so glad you posed this question. I believe this will be the first year that they've gone down to 7.5 minutes per pick or 5 minutes per pick. It used to be 15, and then they went down to 10, and I think it's now 7.5. Maybe Tommy can look that up. So all that to say is I think it'll be earlier than a pick 17 would have been normally.
Okay.
So draft starts at
8 o'clock Eastern.
Is it 8?
I think it's 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Standard time.
So, and while Tommy is looking this up,
Mufasa, speak to us.
Whoa.
While he
He's back.
Hold on.
Back on the saddle.
Can we skip? I'm gonna skip ahead to a segment really quick. In the notes, we've got the NFL head coach's picture, and Ben, you've posed the question: who is not gonna last from that picture? I've got two I've got one that I'm certain won't make it, and I've got another one that I think probably won't make it. Andrew, do you have anyone off the top of your head?
Real quick before we do that, Tommy will pull the picture up for those who watch this beautiful show in the video format so they can see. But I'm gonna throw out a wild guess here that the Lions pick number 17, if they stay at 17, that will occur at 9:53 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, Andrew I don't know if he's studying the picture of the head
Probably.
yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir.
Got so close to the screen.
You should see the zoom function on this thing. It's everything she's got.
All right, here's our picture here. for those watching on YouTube or Spotify video. We've got
Enhance.
we've got I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. Uh-oh. We're lagging me off the screen here.
No.
Okay.
That was good.
So now I won't influence Papa B's pick here.
Okay. So I've got mine since Andrew's gotta lick the screen to figure out who he thinks is gonna get canned. I think Todd Bowles is a for sure goner.
Yep.
I think Todd Bowles is donezo.
Yeah.
And I think after the Dexter Lawrence trade, if the Bengals don't at least win a playoff game, Zach Taylor's gone.
That's such a good one. Wow. Yeah. That's a good one. I was thinking Dan Quinn might be in a little trouble over in Washington as well. I doubt it, but his seat might start getting a little warm if they don't do anything here.
That's the only thing getting warm because he is the pastiest dude out there by a country mile.
Well, Robert Saleh, I mean, Jesus, it's huge.
Wait, Andrew, is Ben froze for you? Because he looks like the happiest little
He looks
boy.
like Wario.
He looks like the happiest little boy.
You know Wario from Mario. That's Wario right there. It's a me, a Wario.
He kind of looks more like Waluigi.
Ooh, I could see Waluigi.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can
we hear
hear
you.
you. You
Yeah,
just
you
look
keep looking
happy.
like-
It's not a bad look. You look just thrilled. Too bad.
Oh no!
He did it for nothing. I grabbed him anyways.
Did you get the screenshot before I got back?
Take a
Sure
picture.
did.
Damn it. It's something to uh-oh. It's we lost me again, I think.
Oh no!
Yeah, you're froze again, but the last
Again.
one was a better look. Now you look surprised. He looks like a surprised cat.
El Jefe, technical difficulties.
Looks like a surprised kitty cat.
I'm not
Okay,
sure.
wait. So Andrew, so you think Quinn is in trouble? Who else? I can't. This is
Let me pull up that enhanced image one more time.
or Ben. Do you have someone off the top of your head?
Well, boy, am I
Can I
flustered
add-
now.
Can I ask who somebody is? Who's sitting or who's right next to Dan? Who's right to the right of Dan?
Oh my goodness gracious! Oh, I'm having so much fun.
Oh,
God.
that's oh man.
Cowboys coach?
Yeah, Brian Callahan.
Yeah.
Jesus. Somebody tell, oh God, who's fatty all the way to the left? Cowboys old coach. Dan, golly, I can't think of his name.
Well,
Somebody
it's
tell
not.
me.
It's not Sirianni's best look either.
Oh, is he all the way to the right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, why is he so far away from everybody? He looks odd. Who's sitting front row but is like larger than everybody else? Clearly should be in the back. Tan.
So is that? So who do you think is getting fired? Or are you just trying to pick on everybody?
I'm just trying to pick on people.
Okay.
Kevin O'Connell, I think, is in some trouble if they do terrible.
Ooh, that's a surprising one. Nobody
Well,
said Aaron Glenn yet, surprisingly.
It's kind of
It's too
low
early.
hanging fruit.
Too
I'm
soon.
trying to mix it up a little bit.
Too soon. They'll have a turnover.
We
Oh.
hope.
Yeah.
They didn't have many last year. Didn't have a single
No
INT.
interceptions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct, sir. Correct. Yeah. Tough look. Tough look. Here's the interesting thing about it, Mitch. I don't know if you remember the tally, but how many of these are new head coaches? That's the thing that I think is
Was it 10 or 11?
yeah.
But those guys are probably all safe.
That's what I'm saying
And
is like so
Unless
you can
go 0 and
eliminate
16, you're safe.
yeah, you can eliminate about a third of these coaches already just from that, and that's not typical for a year. So I don't know. I don't know how many. I think you're right. Zach Taylor, Bowles, Todd Bowles is on hot seat number 1, I think.
Balls.
Not a skinny man, we do recall.
Thought it was muted.
It's just It's just a classic Lions share that you all know and love, shareholders. It's a classic. Mike Vrabel, anybody?
He's
I'm
got
kidding.
oh my gosh, Andrew, you can't be serious. This is
One or the other,
unbelievable.
friend.
he, as long as I have seen some stuff this week that's like basically saying if he doesn't address his players and basically say hand up, can't do it, it's my bad. Like if he doesn't address the players, you probably lose some respect from some of those guys. I think he'll be fine.
Stephon Diggs.
Diana's just fine. She rescued an old man and a dog from a car the very next day. She'll be good.
What's up with that? I thought that was fake. I thought I was getting
Thought you were getting injured.
duped. Yeah, exactly. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to be mean.
No, he's mute monstered himself. I think 4 times. We can be as mean as we want. What's he gonna say back? Nothing.
We've taken a month hiatus. You haven't been here since 2025, so I don't know.
And I
if I'm
still know
ready
how to
hear
work
it.
my mic.
I don't know if I'm ready to hear it out of you. We had notification noises coming out of your whole system prior to this.
What else did we have before the show?
A semblance of a brain.
Oh. Well, you know who should be feeling it right now is the Detroit Pistons with an 11-point loss in round 1 here, game 1
Out.
against the 8 seed Orlando Magic. Came out ready to play. I'll say that. Oh boy. Okay. Well, shoot. For the Lions picks, we've got pick number 1 at 17, round 2, 50. Then they don't have a single one in that third round. Fourth round, they've got a 118 and then a 128, right close to each other. Round 5, they have 2 picks, 157 and 181. Round 6, they also have 2 picks, 205 and 213. And then 7th round, rounding things out at pick number 222, 222. So 9 picks in total for these 2026 Detroit Lions draft. Yeah, I mean, do you guys want to do a mock draft real quick? Do you hear me?
Feels like the silence is deafening. Like you want to do a run a simulator?
Yeah, if the computer doesn't fry.
Yeah, run us with a simulator.
All right, Tommy, is this gonna break the machine?
Cut this.
We're gonna figure this out. Shout out to ProFootballNetwork.com for the mock draft, PFSN. All right, so in this here mock draft, Fernando Mendoza, number 1, of course. But we go down. They've got Fano at 11 to the Dolphins, Monroe Freeling to the Eagles, Francis Mauigoa. This seems crazy to the Ravens. Seems crazy to have him the third tackle off the board, but that would leave the Lions with Caleb Lomu, tackle from Utah, or Caden Proctor, or Blake Miller, or Andrew's favorite anchor from Arizona State.
No, it's Proctor. Let's not overthink it.
It pains me, but
It would be Proctor at that point.
so
Man, they got that many tackles going off the board prior.
I think so. I think you have at least 2, if not 3, off the board before the pick 17.
Man, okay, I think they might move up then. Might have an opportunity.
I thought this would go a little faster, truthfully.
Yeah, we might have to go first 3 rounds. And
Yeah, no, we're not 2-7. Oh my God, we're not 2-7.
call it a day.
Thank you, shareholders, for being here. All right, so we're gonna reject these trades because why would we want to do that? Let's see. Obviously, Mitch, you had Derek Moore is available here, of course. Anthony Hill, my guy, is here as well. Andrew, anybody on this list for you? Caleb Banks.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Enhance.
Honestly, This is where it's like, just give me the best available edge, I feel like.
There it is.
God, you have no idea the sickening feeling that I thought of. I was muted there. Mitchell's saying, there it is.
It's burned. You've got it so far burned into your brain at this point that you're hearing ghosts. You're seeing ghosts. All right. Well, toss up between Anthony Hill and Derek Moore.
Andrew,
For
you
me.
pick one. Just
Take
go off the top of
Moore.
your dome. Okay.
More.
He wants the Moore. Well, we're not going to do the third round, obviously, because the Lions don't have a third round pick. So,
Boo.
See what I did there?
No, it's a good trade in here.
well, we would be in control of the trades. So,
Could still do it.
all right, we're going to stop sharing here. What do you guys think about the odds of the Lions moving back up into the third round? Think those are pretty high?
Yeah,
I think it's pretty low.
Really?
You think they're going to stick and pick?
Feels like Dan's spot.
I think so.
Stick and pick kind of draft?
Yep. That's where my head's at.
All right, we've got another draft room here. We're gonna do these until we get sick. No, I'm kidding. I just want to get a little cross reference here to see how this compares to what we just got. So here on the NFL mock draft database, at 17, they're saying Fano's still available, Freeling's still available, and Proctor's still available. So if it were that for you guys, would you guys still be Team Proctor?
I probably would.
Yeah, he's just so big. What is Freeling's height again?
Freeling's like 6'5", 6'6".
Oh, okay, he's still big. So it would be between Freeling and Proctor for me at that point. I
Okay.
like Fano, but like the athleticism, I would, we'd love athleticism. Don't get me wrong, but just big bodies are you can't teach that.
No, you can't. The immeasurables. Well, the measurables. You just don't. You just don't. And grit is obviously always going to be a category for the Lions as well. So that's going to be a consideration. What they do at 17, who knows? We'll be there to watch it, though, and we'll be here to recap all of those picks, all 9 of them, next weekend. Completing the NFL draft that begins on Thursday. Saturday is the final rounds, and then Friday in there as well. Rounds 2 and 3, rounds 1 Thursday, and we'll have the NFL or NBA playoffs in there as well. And the Pistons are going to be needing some W's to right the ship here after an 0-1 start at home to the Orlando Magic there. So, guys, anything? Yeah, eat some W's. Eat something.
Jameis, I was thinking the same thing. We're so synced up, except for I can work my microphone.
Oof, man, you had to get one more in before the end of the show. You guys got anything else before we send the shareholders out here?
It's good to be back.
It is good to be back with you guys briefly, and then we'll go on our little hiatus until training camp.
Yep. Forget how to use the microphone. One more
Maybe
time.
sneak in a mini-sode.
Oh.
Well, should we do a mini-sode if we get an absolute curveball at pick whatever it is in the first round? 17 would be another?
I'm only doing a mini-sode if the listeners give me something absolutely crazy to talk about that they want to hear.
I think if it's anything but a tackle in the first round, we do a mini-sode.
Rapid reaction style.
Yep.
I'm with it.
Little R&R. I like it.
All right, shareholders. Thanks for being here. Become a shareholder today if you aren't already. Watch us on YouTube, Spotify video, and Apple Podcasts coming soon. Follow and rate 5 stars, and don't forget to check out the Instagram and the TikTok as well. Next episode, next Sunday, following the NFL draft. And until then, let's go Lions. Let's go Pistons.